Hi y'all, you're watching Writing Wednesdays. My name is Maverick Moses, an author and writing coach, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about a part of a story that grabs all of your readers' attentions, forcing them to do a double take, and that's writing a plot twist. Have you ever read a book where you thought you knew where the plotline was heading, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it changes directions in a really crazy or exciting way? Well, the author employed what's called a plot twist. When done right, a plot twist will throw the reader for a loop while adding a new element of excitement by shattering the predictability of the story. But when done wrong, all a plot twist does is confuse and frustrate the reader. So today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips and ideas to keep in mind when you decide on writing a plot twist. Number 1, be subtle. This first tip is one of the most important tips when writing a plot twist, and that's being subtle. Not a plot twist if the reader can see it coming. When outlining your plot twist, oh, and yes, you need to outline your plot twist, determine where you're going to drop the subtle hints and clues. If you want the plot twist to catch the reader by surprise, you need to make sure that these hints and clues aren't too obvious to the reader. These clues aim to not be noticeable to the reader while they're reading it, but if they look back, it will all make perfect sense once the plot twist comes around. With any good plot twist, you'll blow the reader's mind, not because they'll be saying, "I didn't see that coming," but because they'll be saying, "Why didn't I see that coming?" Number 2, use misdirection. This ties in with the first tip of being subtle. You can use misdirection in your story that will eventually lead into your plot twist. The key with misdirection, though, is it needs to be subtle enough that your reader won't notice that you're purposely misguiding them. If they know you're trying to steer them off the path, they'll notice and they'll catch on to you. You can use misdirection a number of ways. You can use red herrings, which are basically false clues that you implant into the storyline designed to guide the readers in a different direction. You can use misguided attention, which is basically where you drop subtle clues in a scene where they won't be paying too much attention to the details, for example, a battle scene. Or you can use dead ends, where you completely eliminate the possibility of the outcome that your readers most expect. Again, tying in with the first tip, being subtle is of the utmost importance when using misdirection because you don't want your readers to catch on to what you're doing. Number 3, use a subplot. This tip revolves around using a subplot to lead into your plot twist. Subplots aren't just for developing characters, conflicts, or adding additional interest. They can also be used to drop all the subtleties needed to creating a shocking plot twist. You can do this by creating a subplot that the readers might not be paying too much attention to as the storyline progresses because they think that it's too minor. But when you throw the twist at them, the subplot could have so much more meaning than the reader originally thought. Number 4, disguise one within another. If you write your plot twist using this tip, then you'll really throw the reader for a loop. You can disguise one plot twist within another plot twist. In other words, you can lead into a small plot twist that will be sure to shock your readers, but while they're still reeling from the shock of that first twist, you throw in an even bigger plot twist on top of that. This one is definitely one of the harder versions of a plot twist because you need to be able to lead your story into both of them. Both twists have to make sense to the reader. This leads me into number 5, make sure it makes sense. Remember how I said when a plot twist is done wrong, it will only confuse and frustrate the reader? Well, that happens when a plot twist doesn't make sense. Like I said earlier, you want your readers to say, "Why didn't I see that coming?" versus "I didn't see that coming." Which means that throughout the story, you need to be able to drop your hints and clues so that they're still instilled in the back of the reader's minds, but again, not so obviously that they're paying a whole lot of attention to them. If the clues are tucked away into the recesses of the reader's mind, then the plot twist will be at its best because technically you did give the reader all of the clues that they needed to know, but they themselves couldn't figure it out. I hope you learned something new today about how to write a plot twist and got some ideas for your own book idea and outline. If you would like more one-on-one help with outlining and starting your book, feel free to take a look at my coaching services. More info on that is linked down below. If you have any questions or video ideas that you'd like to see, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. My young adult supernatural thriller and dark urban fantasy novel Karma's Children will be releasing by the end of 2018, but you don't have to wait that long to start reading it. If you follow the link down below and sign up for my email list, I'll send you the first chapter of Karma's Children completely free, so be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want more Writing Wednesdays every week, please hit that subscribe button. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for behind the pages insight into my life and work and sneak peeks of future videos. See y'all next week. Bye!